Hi everyone, here's my Sigma video for the month. I'm going to be showing you how to apply bronzer using Sigma brushes. Now there are different kinds of brushes you can use, different techniques depending on what kind of bronzer you're using. So I will be covering matte and shimmery bronzers today, so stay tuned and we'll get started. You definitely want to make sure that your face is powdered first, especially if you're using a powder bronzer, because if it's not powdered and it's like sticky, it'll be a lot harder to blend out the bronzer. So make sure your face is powdered. Okay, so here is one of many methods that I'm about to show you. This is actually one of my favorites and what I've been doing a lot of lately. I like to use this brush right here, and this is the F25. It's the Tapered Face brush, and it's very soft, not like too dense. So if you're very heavy-handed, this is a better kind of brush for you because it's a lot softer, so you're not going to deposit way too much color all at once. And then I am going to be using a darker face powder. These aren't bronzers, but of course, as you can tell, you can use them just like bronzers. All of these are completely matte, which is really nice, especially for those of you who have oily skin or you're really trying to contour your face a bit, then you want to use something matte. And I'm going to be using that color, like I said. This color gives more of a natural finish because it's not too dark. So I like that subtle effect. So I just have some on my brush right here. And I'm lightly just going to dab it right here. Not really right, not like exactly where, the hollow of your cheek is, but a little bit higher. Just start by applying there. As you can see, it looks darker than you would have thought, right? And then you're lightly just going to blend it out, even bring it a little bit closer to the apples of your cheeks, and just softly blend that out. So there you go. And then you could use whatever you have remaining on the brush or tap a little bit more. And then I'm going to apply some right here too. And just make sure you blend that out, and I'm going to make sure to really blend that on up into my hairline, have it connect in a C motion right here. And if you have a larger forehead, you could also apply a little bit right here, at the hairline, the top of your forehead. Okay, so that's just one method. You can clearly see the difference, right? Okay, now I'm going to show a different method using a different brush on this side of my face. And I'm going to be using a bronzing powder this time. This one is from e.l.f. I'm going to be using a larger, more dense brush this time. This is the F20, and it's the large powder brush. And I'm just going to apply a little right at the tip of the brush. I'm going to maybe dab it in twice, very lightly. I'm going to start right there, and just kind of pounce at the skin. And also make sure you blend it into the hairline once again. And then you can see some color, but if you want to build it up, then just go back and apply some more color. So apply there. And then whatever I have remaining, I'm going to apply on my jaw, right? You can bring it down to the neck. And then I'm going to apply some right at my forehead area once again. And just blend that into the hairline. So with a bigger brush like this, it's ideal for those of you who kind of want the job done quickly. You can just place the color and then blend it out. Because it is more of a dense brush, it does a better job at blending. And now if you're someone who wants to contour the nose instead of flatten it, then you could also apply bronzer to the sides of your nose. I would just use a brush and pinch it, apply tiny, tiny, tiny little bit at the tip, and then just blend it right onto the sides, just like that. And make sure you just blend it out really well because you don't want that to look strange. Okay, so that's one other way. Okay, now we're going to go into shimmer bronzer, and I'm going to be using this one from Prestige, and it's one of those baked bronzers. I want to definitely be more light-handed with this because I don't want way too much shimmer on my face. And since I have oily skin, I'm going to be very careful as to where I apply this. So I'm going to be using this brush. I actually really like to use this brush for highlighters or those shimmer dusts. And things like that because it doesn't deposit way too much. This is the F15 Duo Fiber Powder and Blush Brush, but I like to use it for highlights. I'm just going to lightly dust it, just a bit on the brush, and then I'm going to be applying this just slightly above where I was applying the other bronzer. See, you can really see that shimmer, right? So you want to be careful because you don't want to apply way too much, but I'm just going to apply it more on the higher planes of my cheeks right there. And then if you do want some shimmer, you can apply some on your forehead. I generally wouldn't do this, but I'm just going to apply whatever I have left on the forehead, down the nose, and a little bit on the chin. So those are a few different ways you could apply bronzer using the Sigma brushes and using different kinds of bronzers. I hope that you found this helpful. Definitely stay tuned for the corresponding Sigma giveaway that I do with each sponsored Sigma video that I do. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much again for watching, and you all have a great one. Bye.